Coming up on
I
VetLine.
appreciate where this guy is in his journey, but I
don't have time for this
I'm
today.
not here to teach him how to, I need someone with some life experience, please.
You have two veterans with the same disability, have two different levels of care. That's the problem. There's no consistency.
If you're talking to somebody mental health-wise, VA or otherwise, if you're not feeling it with your current person, get somebody else. Like, there's no reason to wait for that.
And when they think you have like celiac or stomach problems, they're like, all right, we're going to start with a rectal exam. I'm like, sweet.
Great.
This is awesome.
Really looking forward to
Yeah,
this.
it's going to be awesome. That's why I kept going.
And clearly this has left an imprint on Zach.
Yeah, I'm not doing too well.
Zach,
What's up, man?
I get my health care from the VA. You get your health care from the VA?
I do when I don't forget to go, yes.
When you don't forget to go. Do you get your like general like preventative care as well? Like, do you have an annual?
Yeah, I go to the VA for almost everything.
Okay. Yeah, same here. Get my prescriptions there, which no copays.
Yeah.
That's pretty great. In fact, overarchingly, when it comes to specialty care, when it comes to my physical health care, I've had an outstanding experience at the Zablocki VA. Personally, I have.
Most mine's been good, for the most part. I've had a couple experiences that weren't great.
You hear a lot of horror stories about VA dropping balls.
Yeah.
And, missing out on care opportunities and missing out on, people who are suffering and in need. But there seems to be, as is common in the veteran world, no lukewarm opinions about the VA's care. And seems to be a pretty wide range. Like, there are people who have had absolutely earth-shatteringly horrible nightmare experiences, and there are vets, taking the ultimate final option in the parking lot because they feel like they've been wronged by the VA, physical health, mental health, whatever. Why do you think there is such a wide range of health outcomes from VA to VA? Shouldn't it be fairly consistent?
I mean, you would hope, right? Right now we have two veterans with the same disability, have two different levels of care. That's the problem. There's no consistency. Why is that? I mean, you can dive into a million different things on that. VA is a learning hospital. We have a lot of young people that are learning how to be doctors and nurses, whatever the case is, and they're struggling in certain areas.
See, I didn't know that.
We know it's a problem. I'm going to give you a quick story here.
Let it rip.
So, for the most part, my care has been really good. Like, I'm a combat vet. They know it. I feel like they take care of combat vets for the most part. A few years ago, it was like 10 years ago, I was having some stomach problems. They thought I had like celiac or something crazy.
Oh, no.
And I was going in like once a week. And when they think you have like celiac or stomach problems, they're like, all right, we're going to start with a rectal exam. I'm like, sweet.
Great.
This is awesome.
Really looking forward to this.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome. That's why I kept going. And then like my third week going into this exam with stomach problems.
Yeah, they're like, you're fine. Go.
You have a cough, sir.
Yeah.
Get out of here. And I remember I went in, and they're like, hey, pull your pants down, lean over. I'm like, yeah, I know the routine, got it. And then he came in with this student. They're like, hey, do you mind if, Lucy does your exam? Or no, it was some guy.
Could you have asked me before
some guy like Steve does your exam.
disrobed?
And I'm like, lean over the table. I'm like, fine, whatever. And he comes in, and he was poking all over, couldn't find it.
Find your butthole?
And then he finally did. And I swear to God this happened.
So he was new.
I swear to God this happened. He found it, did the exam. Midway into the exam, he whispers in my ear, I'm sorry. And I'm like, it's fine. Get it over with, dude. Like, get it done. And
He whispered?
Swear to God. And I was like, and anyways, I got done.
If you're watching this, write in the comments, share things that could have just been slightly creepier than I'm sorry. What else could he have said that's worse than that? Like,
He literally didn't have to say anything.
You're welcome. I'm sorry.
But that was one of the...
Oh, man, that's a good story.
Yeah, that was absolutely terrible. I stopped going in after that for a while. I missed my next 3 physicals in the next 3 years.
Post-traumatic stress from the exams.
Anyways, yeah, a lot of inconsistencies with VA care.
Oh, my gosh. You bring up the learning hospital thing, and that makes sense. I once, when my son was a baby, he got hand, foot, and mouth.
Okay.
And babies they're uncomfortable, but they're just whatever. They don't know. They move on. But if you as an adult get hand, foot, and mouth, has that ever happened to you?
No.
Holy cow. That was the most miserable. I caught it from him. It's the most miserable I have ever been in my entire life.
What did that do to you? I had never heard of an adult having that.
So I got these boils, spots all over my hands.
Oh, God.
And my feet. And I had a few toenails fall off. Just gone. Peace. Just fell right out. And the worst part was, have you ever had like a sore in your mouth, like a canker sore or something?
Philippines, yeah.
Okay. My entire mouth.
Oh, my God.
Every single millimeter was covered in one of those. Tongue, under the tongue. I went to the ER, and I was like, I couldn't barely talk. I was like, I think I have hand, foot, and mouth. And the lady's like, oh, God. She took me, this is at the VA emergency room. They pull me back, and the guy came in. He looked, and he goes, oh, you poor guy. And he goes, do you mind if I bring in some students? And it was like, I was there for 2 hours. They must have brought in every doctor and nurse and dermatology and, like, every student, like, and even non-students. I know that they were like, hey, guys, you got to see this.
We got a good one in here.
Yeah, we got to
get loaded with this guy.
This is once in a lifetime. They get their phones, their cameras out, taking pictures of it.
Like, you're sitting there miserable.
And I'm just like I got like tears going down my face. I'm like, it hurts so bad. And they're like, this is awesome. That was so bad. I hope that happens to nobody.
I guess that sounds worse than a finger up my ass. So, I mean, I'll give you that one.
Sorry.
That was so terrible.
If you're that doctor somewhere out there, just know.
Don't talk.
Don't talk. Don't whisper when you're engaged.
Your knuckles deep.
Yeah. So anyways, talking about disparity in care at the VA, this is anecdotal, but I've talked to so many people in this area who are like, yeah, my care's been great. And you could go just down the road. I haven't heard the same things about Madison VA.
And I feel like every VA is different.
Not
obviously.
hating on the Madison VA.
Yeah, I mean, every VA is different depending
and that's
where
the
they're
point,
located.
Right?
Yeah. Absolutely.
It shouldn't be.
Yeah, the inconsistencies. I mean, right now, like if I had a certain problem with me that I'd go to the VA for hospital for whatever reason, I mean, I'm like, I might go to the Madison one. I might go to Northern Illinois instead of Milwaukee because the doctors are better there, over there. And that's the problem. It requires me, as a veteran, to become an expert in the field.
Yeah, I don't want to do that.
Like, I don't have time for that.
Yeah.
I'm not saying all the VA's bad. A lot of times they do great things, and most of them do. But the inconsistencies cause more stress on the veterans and the veteran community. I feel like that's very safe to say across the board. Because we have to overthink where we go for this, where we go for that. I want that doctor, this doctor. And sometimes they're available, sometimes they're not. Yeah. Sometimes you get a guy that sticks a finger up your ass, and then you're stuck. Clearly this has left an imprint on Zach. Yeah, I'm not doing too well. Every time I close my eyes, I can just see his mustache. And it felt like it was a kid. He was like 18, 19. He was a young guy.
Taking a quick 20-second break in the action to talk to you about our incredible sponsors, Tayback Law. The best in the business, the most reliable when it comes to VA disability claims and appeals. They personally helped me. I am a client, and I highly recommend that if you need some support with your VA disability claims, that you check them out. Brand new website at taybackattorneys.com. Back to it. Man, I got assigned a counselor, a therapist that was like, I swear he was 19. If you're talking to somebody mental health-wise, VA or otherwise, if you're not feeling it with your current person, get somebody else. Like, there's no reason to wait for that.
That's why public contact's there. Or not public contact. God, what are they called now?
Yeah, patient advocates.
Yes. That's why that office is there. In case you have problems, you go to the advocates there, and they'll reassign you.
And even, like, I've spoken to a counselor and been like, you know what, I feel like I want to talk to somebody else. It's awkward, but they're like, they want you to say that. And and they in particular want you to say that because their caseloads are astronomical right now, and they're having retention issues in the mental health world. So they put people who are, supremely discombobulated with a 19-year-old, who hasn't finished college.
Yeah.
And have you ever seen Ghostbusters 2?
Yes.
You know the court scene at the beginning where Rick Moranis is like just walking him through. He's like, and you guys weren't trying to do any bad, and well, you were just. That was this counselor with me. A mental health counselor. Woof. And they were understaffed, and but I had to reach out to the supervisor. Was like, look, I appreciate where this guy is in his journey, but I don't
have time for this.
I'm not here to teach him how to. I need someone with some life experience, please.
That's one area I feel like I've gotten really good care from is in that mental health ER clinic. There's some tough times I had to go there quite a bit. Now I would sit down and talk to somebody. I'm like, I need somebody else. Do you have any veterans here? And finally they get a veteran in there, and like I can talk to them all day about stuff, and it made things a lot easier for me. But not every VA has that. A veteran that's in the same field that's able to help you through what they possibly went through. But I was pretty lucky through a couple of those times I had.
We've established that not all VAs are created equal. Not all VA medical quality of care and mental health quality of care is the same, even in the same campus, much less nationwide. Is it a question of resources? What's the solution here?
Yeah, that's the tough one. Whether it's like in Milwaukee, in the heart of the city, might be different than in Madison, than Northern Illinois, the people you have coming in your office. Because I know at the VA Milwaukee, it's kind of a rough neighborhood, to be very honest with you, and they get a lot of homeless veterans coming in there. And that need is very different than maybe the combat guy that hasn't gone in for 10 or 15 years, and now he's going in for the first time.
Sure, yeah.
You know what I mean? Because one thing I've seen at the VA, again,
in
not
suburban
Nebraska,
or what? Yeah,
and it might be it's very different. I've talked to Milwaukee employees on this, and they were saying that come the afternoon, they're worn out because the veterans and all the people they have coming in are beating them the hell down.
Yeah,
I don't want to hear that from a doctor that's looking at my cough.
Yeah, especially if he's 3 knuckles in, like.
Yeah, right. I'm like, that's not fair. But I feel a lot of people know that about Milwaukee, and that's a sad reality.
If I go to an Aurora Healthcare here versus an Aurora Healthcare in Missouri, I don't feel as if I get that wide a disparity of care as you do VA to VA.
And why not? Are they not hiring enough people? The quality of people not as high? Are they not paying enough?
If it would be a money issue, if this was something that we could just throw money at, I would be really upset if that was it, because we do have the money. We're the richest country in the world. If we're not supporting our veterans, if we're not supporting our communities, it's a choice.
I would love to bring a doctor in here from like Aurora or somebody. We talk to them like, hey, what's your opinion on VA doctors?
Dang.
And see what that is. Because that's an area that obviously I don't know. I don't think you're very familiar with hospital field, the medical field. I would love to know what doctors outside the VA, their thoughts and opinions on VA doctors.
There's no way that they would be authorized.
No, but I mean,
we'd have to do one of those
Get a few beers in them. We'll get them
put
talking.
Put them in shadow and like a voice changer. Like the VA makes me put my finger in people's butts.
Yeah, but I know that guy.
Times a day.
But you know what I mean? Like I would love to hear their opinions on it.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea. I'm going to put it on LinkedIn. I'm going to say, who is or has been a VA doctor that wants to spill the beans about why there is such a wide disparity of care.
I think that would be cool.
So in addition to sharing your what's the creepiest thing that doctor could have whispered in Zach's ear, throw in the comments, how has your quality of care been at the VA? How's your experience? And I'm sure it'll be great, crap. Like there's not a lot of like, no, it's been okay. Like, because we don't have opinions like that in our country.
I feel like it's good, bad, or I don't go to the VA. I have outside medical. That's what I hear too.
I like the freeness, the not costing anything.
That's always nice.
I mean, I would accept a little crummier service to not have to pay for health care.
Okay.
All right, I think we're good. Thanks for coming. Drive safe.